Welcome to another episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I'm Dustin.
I'm Zombie, and this is It's Frickin' Figures.
Indeed. Oh boy, I'm excited because we have someone special here tonight. You ready? Drum roll. Ba-dum!
Ta-da! It's just me.
Yeah.
Hi,
How's it
everybody.
going?
It's Laurie. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, man.
Good.
Oh, man.
It's Monday.
Oh,
And I'm here with you
Friday
guys.
for
So it's
me.
the best Monday. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because Mondays usually suck, but being on Frickin' Figures is great.
my Mondays
what
never
most
suck
people say.
because Mondays are my Fridays.
Oh,
There you
aren't
go.
you?
I'm,
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
good with that.
So you have a couple days off now?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I do, but I also have a honeydew list, so I've got that.
Those never go away. It's like
Mm-mm.
laundry, dishes, lawn, just garbage. Just can't get away from them.
Yeah.
That's everyday stuff. I'm like usually on your show for Tuesday Morning Brew, I'm like crawling around in my attic moving stuff because I've got to get stuff down and put stuff back up. So I've got the phone in one hand and I'm holding onto the ladder, crawling through the attic in the other, trying to watch.
Yeah, so you don't miss anything, right? You got to put
Right,
the headphones in, put the phone in the pocket. There you go.
Oh no, it's on full speaker, no headphones.
Nice.
So, those would just get caught on everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It does.
Yeah, unless you have AirPods, and then they might just fall out. You know how that-
Yeah, I had to get these over the ear ones
Yeah.
because I had those and like you guys know when I do the slice and dice, you've seen that?
Yeah.
Slice and dice, it would always just pop out. So I'd be sorry, I can't hear you. Give me a second. Put it back in as I, pick up my axe and keep swinging.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, I needed a new pair. So these over the ear ones, I think, stick really well. So
Are they the typical AirPods or like Apple AirPods, or are they
no,
off-brand?
they're an off-brand.
Nice.
I can't afford the fancy schmancy ones. I just got these off of Amazon. They're like, I don't have the case up here. I'll text you later with that. Got them off Amazon for Christmas.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I've been wanting some new AirPods or earbuds or something because
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, we have Bigger Fight Club. How's it going, Avi?
Yes. Let's
So,
fight.
man, so let's introduce her a little bit here for those that aren't familiar with the rest of the network, Dustin.
Yes. So we have Laurie Calcaterra. That's how you say her name. I
Yes,
believe them, right?
actually.
Yeah.
Gold star.
So anyway, she does has a Kickstarter called Path of the Pale Rider. She's an indie comic creator that does primarily this campaign, Path of the Pale Rider. Do you have any others?
Yeah, I write for other creators as well. Like we're going to unbox stuff. I have actually another book that I've written for like William Russell. I've written anthologies. I did BD 14, so Big Dog Ink 14, which should be shipping this week.
Nice.
So I did a short story for them. I did part of the anthology of Cthulhu. I can never say that right the first time. I just never can. Cthulhu Invades Fairyland.
Okay.
So that one's, I think, going to be in March. That one will hit Kickstarter, but that's a big anthology.
Wow.
And mine is actually in the preview, so I got that going for me too. And then I just finished one. It's a short for Terry Parr for his series called Gemini Force, which is really unlike anything I've like. Path of the Pale Rider is Western apocalypse, like dark humor, horror, existentialism. Like it's conspiracy. It can be heavy, but we have fun with it. Terry Parr's series is like two cloned 80s rock stars in space. And they wear like scantily clad clothes and they get into trouble and then they get out of it within 10 pages. So I was like, ooh, this is a challenge for me, right? It's just way different. So I was like, yeah, man, bring it on. And Terry and I are both like in the same area. So I met him. I see him actually quite frequently. And he actually draws the interiors for Ben Dunn's Tomorrow Girl. What are they? Don't quote me on the name of that, but it's one of Ben Dunn's superhero series that Terry does the inside.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yup. So yeah, the Kickstarter for Path of the Pale Rider is live right now for issues 1 through 6.
Yeah.
It goes on for quite a while, so it does have an ending, but it's not for a while. But yeah, we're in the
Cool.
good
There's
part. We're in the good part though. Like we've set up the world, very chaotic, and now like the shit hits the fan. That's
Yeah.
where we're at. So, do you want me to talk about the
No.
series? Like, people, are you interested in what it is?
Of
So,
course.
so let me interject here. We're
Yeah.
gonna do what's in the box first.
Okay,
and
let's
then,
do it.
And then we'll hit your Kickstarter because
All
that's
right.
why we're here. The Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and we forgot to introduce me as I also host a show on the network on Tuesdays, the Tuesday Morning Brew.
Yeah.
There's that. I do
good.
that too. Yeah, that thing.
That other thing. You know that.
The other thing.
That other thing.
Yeah, there's mugs with my face on it now. It's a thing. I was like, okay.
That's awesome.
So if you're subscribed to the Madness Network, you know where to find all of these links. But if not, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, X, all those other good platforms where everybody's on, and subscribe. And you can find Laurie and all her shows and everybody else that's on the Madness Network.
Yeah.
Yes.
So since you are the guest, Laurie, we're gonna let you go first for what's in the box.
Knife. Okay. I always have a knife handy. In fact, I got a couple around, but this one's the closest. It's my favorite one up here, so I like to use this one. This is
Nice.
this was custom made for me, by the way, and it's just stainless steel, sandblasted, very sharp point. I also do martial arts, by the way. Been doing martial arts since 97, I want to say, and so I know a lot of guys that make weapons. So a lot of my weapons are custom made for me, which is so cool. Because my hands are smaller than most, right? Because I'm a lady. And so the things that you buy at the store are just one generic size and they don't fit. They don't fit in my hand. So this one, I love when they're like, can you send me the measurements of your fingers and across like your knuckles and stuff? So I like it when stuff fits, it fits really nice. Anyway, enough about that. So we're going to open, this is Psycho Sal number 7, which... I got one of the variants from a girlfriend. She's a friend of mine who also does art. Her name's Lacey Kruger. And so Psycho Sal is a serial killer in the 80s in New Orleans. And he has a very, very specific way that he hunts people, which I can't talk about. But so this is the nuggies. Psycho Sal nuggies that he has murdered. And there's ketchup. Like, I thought it was hilarious. So that's the one that I got. And I got some stretch goals in the back. Looks like I got a koozie. I think I have one of his koozies there. Oh, good. Now I got a set. I have a bookmark, crime scene tape. That's his mask that he wears, which is super creepy because you need a mask, apparently. We got a Psycho Sal sticker.
Nice.
And the koozie. You can never have enough koozies when you live in Texas.
Yeah, that's true.
So...
I mean, I live in Ohio, and it's like it feels like every time I get one, they disappear again.
Well, yeah, and then the dogs eat them, right?
Yeah, something.
Koozie. So, yeah, but this series is super dark, blood, guts, and gore, body horror, psychological horror. Yeah.
You're talking my love language.
I mean, it's what I want to say. The first 3 issues were written by Chris Hayes. And so he wrote the story from the perspective of these FBI agents who were hunting Psycho Sal. And then after 3 issues, I took over and I wrote 3 issues from the point of view from a female victim.
Okay.
And now we're wrapping up the series. So I wrote 7 and 8. And then Chris Hayes is going to wrap it up and do 9, which I think is unfair, Chris Hayes. I get to make you look real good. I set you up for all the good stuff that comes in 9. You owe me, sir. Anyway. So, but it's super creepy. It'll make you think. It'll make you jump. It'll make you uncomfortable. It's that. Like, I think I was the first one. Hey, guys. That they were like, should we put a mature rating on this? And I was like, yes. like blood, guts, and gore. But it took Laurie to, I think it was this one, 7, where they're like, we probably should put a rating on this. And I was like, Good.
I feel like that's how
Nice.
I want it. That's what I want to do. So it's like, yeah, get in there, a little bit of gore, come on.
Right. But it wasn't the gore that made them think about that. It was something else. But you have to
Oh.
read it to find out. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, Justin, because it sounds like it would be up your alley. So
Yeah.
So where would one find this?
it's on chartercomics.com, but he's going to be launching number 8 this month. So I
Okay.
think on Valentine's Day, you should be able to get in on this. And so he does what I do. We always have catch-up tiers. He'll do digital catch-up, and he has a ton. He loves to do variant covers. He loves them. So he'll probably have like 8 variant covers to choose from that are great. So it's a good place to start, because then the next one is the end. You know what I mean?
Oh,
We
wow.
wrap up that series at 9. So it's a great. I'm going to leave you in a cliffhanger because that's what I do. That's what I do. So you'll get that in Path of the Pale Rider. You'll get that in Psycho Cell. But then you'll get the finale with 9. So it's a good place to start that one for sure.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Nice.
Don't have to
Well,
wait too
let's
long.
Right. I know, it's like we love you to come along for the journey, where it's like you have to wait for that next episode to come out. It's like watching TV back in the olden days, right? Where
Right.
it's like you didn't get it all. It was
all
streaming,
over the place.
Right.
right? You didn't just get 12 episodes to binge watch at once like I did with Blue Eyed Samurai, where I was like, I
Right.
live here now.
Right. I
but-
did the same thing.
Yeah, but I also am jealous of the people that find it when they do, where it's like, oh my God, you get to binge read Path 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's such a great thing for you, and I'm thankful for everybody that comes along. They get perks for doing that, for coming along every time. But if you get to sit down and just binge read Path, I can't wait for those people that get to binge read 1 through 12. Oh, you're gonna be so lucky.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So that was my unboxing. What do you guys have?
Zombie, what did you get?
Box. Doing my best.
What do you want me to go?
last.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Okay.
you go ahead and go, because mine's going to kind of lean into Omega.
Okay. All right. So I got this a while ago. I just haven't opened it yet, and I forgot about it. I forgot that I got it. This is
Look at his face. Look at Zombie's face. He's
one
like,
of those
Okay.
How do
weird
you
situations.
I'm a
Hey.
little worried about this.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Is it is it
how
Legos?
did you forget about that?
No, it's a what? Show me what the whole box is.
It's a Mando. It's
Yes, but what? Just a figurine?
Mando and Grogu. It's a figure.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
I was
said,
like,
have
is
a-
it Legos?
No, and I don't have. Where's the?
It'd be cooler if it was.
Let me.
Maybe.
this
I don't know.
here.
It is maybe.
I don't know about Legos, but I just recently saw a place that had the model kits,
Oh,
Cool.
Mando and Grogu and stuff. So I was like, oh, I may have to revisit this.
Gosh. I used to build models for Kingdom Death Monster. My husband
Oh.
loves that game. We have never played it, but I love building the figures and the models and the huge monsters that they have for that game. But
yeah. I had a friend who got in on that early,
yeah.
and then they were just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. And they just backed out. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah, Abby
Nice.
says movie realization by Bandai, and that he's
Yeah.
got a few himself.
yeah, exactly. So this is one of those ones that's and look, the little Grogu.
Yeah,
Right
it's done in like the samurai type of
Yeah.
redesign for the armor, and that's kind of like the Lone Wolf and Cub kind of
Mhm.
nod on those two characters.
And that's exactly what this is, because I mean, I have one other one that's Kylo Ren that I thought just looked insanely cool, but then I remember seeing that one, and I guess I apparently just had to have it, but then I apparently just forgot it that it was on a shelf somewhere, and so I was just like, I saw it and I'm like, huh, what is that? So I looked and I'm like, oh wow, that's insanely cool.
doing a little moving around to make room for that cat slayer, huh?
Yeah, seriously. So I had it over on
What's a
my
cat slayer?
The what?
Oh, that's a new
where?
addition. That's the new addition to his house.
It is. It is. I would show you, but I can't.
It's
physically-
this giant play set that Super 7 made for the Thundercats line that they're doing, and
Oh, okay.
it's no lie, it's massive. Like it's
Yeah.
got a cat's head on it, on the top of it, and his hat can fit on top of the thing.
It does.
It's human sized.
If you look at my
Wow.
Instagram, I actually have my hat sitting on top of the head.
That's
It's-
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I mean,
Did
it's
it
a
come all
giant
put together, or did you have to put it together?
No, it came in like 3 or 4 pieces. So
Okay, that's not too
It
bad.
came in 2 separate boxes.
Oh, well,
did.
that's crazy.
it did come in 2 separate boxes. But so I opened it up with my girls, and they were having a blast showing the stuff and all that stuff. So it was a good time.
You have kids, Dustin?
I do. I have 2.
2 girls?
And they have their own YouTube channel too. So go figure.
How old are they?
They're 7 and 11.
They're the same age as my kids.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I would never let my kids have a YouTube.
Well, I don't.
No,
I
mine
control it.
neither.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just.
I control
I
it.
was like, wow.
Mine are teenagers, and I'm still saying no.
Right. So there's certain things that I would rather them not do. So I prefer that I don't. They don't show their faces.
Madness
Pull that
Munchkins.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, they're
We
going to
claim
be
all
on
the
with
kids as Madness Munchkins.
the Madness
That's right.
Munchkins.
Yes.
Mine are the Thunder Kittens. That's what I call them.
Oh,
But
sorry.
Geek-men Thunder Kittens is their YouTube. So they just have a kick out of it, and they play with Barbies, and
Mhm.
so it's actually them playing with toys, and they do the little voices and stuff. So you can't see their faces, but they're doing the voices, and they're just
Okay.
throwing this, throwing that, and it's just like they get so over the top and so insane. But it's just fun. Like they'll send it to me, and then I review it to make sure that they don't say anything or do anything that is
Yes.
inappropriate, and then I upload it to their
Okay.
channel. So it's all filtered through a series of
Crazy freaking
checks and
world.
balances, but I
Yeah.
don't just let them have at it. So
I'm gonna erase all of those comments. Sorry. Who are you commenting on this child's YouTube channel?
yeah, no, they don't. They lock
Shovel
it.
time. Shovel.
They-
Go get
yeah,
it.
they lock all that down. They don't let people comment on
Good.
on
Kids
kid
channels?
videos. So
Smart. SMRT.
So that's what I have.
It's super cool.
Nice.
Can't wait till you set it up and we could see it. Do it now.
Do
Just
what?
kidding. Set it up. I was like,
The figure?
set it up right
He's just
now.
telling you,
The
open your
Mando and
toys.
Grogu.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm kidding. kidding.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, you'll see it on my Instagram.
Hooray.
It's always there. But
I always do this, and I don't mean to, but my stuff's going to be in box. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I just have not had the chance to really go through and open. I kind of gave a sneak peek of this one on Friday's show. It is the retailer version of Mask of the Red Death,
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
and that's the inverse colors. The
Wow.
the
Open
other
that
one
up.
was
Sorry, I'm so bossy.
what's that?
I said I'm so bossy. I was like, open that up.
Oh yeah, no. It comes with all the great
Whoa.
artwork that the original one did, and this one, of course, has the black robes with the red skin instead of the opposite. You still get all the cool stuff he comes with. I did open this one. Oop! I kicked the computer.
I actually think I like the clock better than the first version.
So I think those are the same color. The clock.
I
and
didn't think
everything.
so. I thought they were darker, but I could be wrong. I don't have it in hand, so
Yeah, that's one that I didn't grab. It's actually probably just right here within arm's reach. But yeah, no, he's really cool with the wired soft goods and everything.
The wired soft goods.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to add that to my vocabulary for other reasons.
Nope. So even the clothing on him is posable.
Wow.
But yeah, he comes with all the hands and stuff the original did. You've got the base to the clock, the pool of blood, a couple more extra hands, the dagger because that's important to the story, and it comes with a full print edition of the story by Edgar Allan Poe, Mask of the Red Death.
Wow.
And it's got a bunch of the artwork from Nate Barch in it as well. Just gonna kind of open and pick a page.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool.
That
It's got the whole story.
That story is such an interesting story when you read it. It's like, I think we read it at first in high school, and it's like when you read it, you have one impression of what's happening, and then when you grow up and you read it again, it's like, oh, this is way different than what I thought.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those, like, it grows with you, but it's still so dark. And
It's like there's things you miss when you're a kid. You don't really grasp yet. So this was just the first figure from the retailer wave. I did pick these up from Omega Level Toys. Our friends over there, Travis.
Omega Level Toys. Dun, 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 dun.
Is that their jingle? You just sing it?
Right.
No. Yeah, he just wrote that.
Nice.
So I've got the golden version of the Sun Wukong Monkey King as well.
Monkey King.
That's awesome.
Let me get him open here.
Let me get you zoomed.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Super Saiyan form, golden monkey.
Yeah.
No. I didn't open him yet, so he's still sealed in his plastic prison. So they have that one in stock as well right now. I've got the Jacob Marley retailer version, and he is super bright. So this is the retailer version, okay? Each of those figure obscuras, they do come with that magnetic outer box with all the great artwork on it and everything. But I've got the original here, the original release. I just want to show side by side. Like, this is the original one.
Yeah.
Like, he is super bright blue.
Yes, he is.
It really pops. So originally, the retailer version was supposed to glow in the dark, and there was a language barrier, of course, between the factory and the studio, and it didn't happen. But I mean, it almost just glows.
Pretty much. Wouldn't it pop under a black light? Like, wouldn't it?
It probably would.
Yeah.
I've got a UV light somewhere around here, but I don't think I can make the room dark enough to make any difference. But I also have, last but not least, the Undead of Viking Fell.
Oh, yeah.
So this one's really cool, and it's going to be really hard to see, I think. No, you can kind of make it out. They've got those really cool runes on the skull.
I love that.
Yeah. So he's cool, too. This is on a 2.0 body, so he's a slimmer type of body build skeleton, but I've gorgeous paint apps on this. Seeing it in the box really isn't doing it any kind of justice. There's a lot of great tones in there on him. And it's not muddy at all. Like, they really did a really good job with the paint on this at the factory. I was a little worried seeing the prototype paint masters or whatever, how it would turn out, but I think they nailed it. They did a really good job. And there's a ton of accessories in this box. I'm surprised this was priced at a regular priced figure. Like, it wasn't deluxe. There's really a lot in here.
Right.
I'll have to, do some actual unboxing on some of these. But yeah, no, all of these are in stock right now at Omega Level Toys .bigcartel.com. And I'm gonna, Dustin, if you would just kind of show them the home website page there, so that you know what you're getting into. So yeah, so right there, that's their home page. And look, the Undead of Viking Fell is right there, first one. So you can shop by category. You can just kind of scroll down their homepage. My images are kind of broken a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my PC right now, so you're not getting the full effect of everything. But you see, there's like the Mask of the Red Death figure there. But yeah, no, go check them out. Give small businesses some support. Travis would love you for it. We will love you for it. We'll give you a shout out. If I hear from Travis that you went and bought something, I'll personally give you a shout out here on the show. And I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming on here too. So we're going to get you on the show. Still got to get Travis on here one day.
For real.
But yeah, no, like y'all are going to get sick of me talking about my what's in the box because I just got a shipping notification for something big.
Oh boy!
Like, I'm surprised, but that's a story for another episode.
Yeah.
Hurrah. Can I give it a one more? What's in the box?
Yeah, we used to have that soundbite.
What's in the box?
Till copyright, you know.
Yeah,
like, I can't play that.
We just had what's in the box?
Yeah.
But
surprise, it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Sorry.
I know a little story about that head too. So it was used in the movie Contagion, even though it wasn't shown on screen.
Right.
For the movie it was made for.
Right.
They still kept it and used it for her other movie, which I thought was hilarious. I'm going, yes, we finally get to see it.
Yeah, the guy who made it was probably like, today is the day. We get to get the head from the vault. Let's go. He knew exactly where it was. It's like calling him up to the big
memory lane.
Yeah. It's like, we need to go get Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Today is the day.
Oh boy.
All right, so anything else, Dustin, you want to touch on?
Well, yes. Actually, this doesn't pertain to this show or next week's show, but we have another special guest coming on the 17th of this month, and that is Brian Flynn here in the flesh at 10:30, joining us to talk about Thundercats and all the wild news that we got.
So my question here is, does he know he's alive?
I don't know, but I did see him interviewed on Edmund's show, and he was just like, okay, well, no, he had to stop and think. He's like, no, I was just thinking about PR stuff like that. So yeah, it's okay. So he caught himself to stop and think about the PR thing. I have not had any. So that's a shout out to Road Pig John, who has been asking ever since to get him back on our show. So he will be.
Road Pig John.
Yeah, Road Pig John. He comments on our videos quite a bit. But and he's always
there was a little bit of misunderstanding the last time he was on the episode, and I guess said some things he shouldn't have, so we had to take it down and edit it and put it back up, and
which I'm not a fan of because I don't like editing. And of course, it only made it even more complicated because they made notes. Okay, yeah, we want to remove this to this. So whenever I did that, it then altered the remaining timestamps. It completely messed those up, and it's like, oh crap. So I had to redo it a couple times. But I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. I'm sure.
I know. Editing is the bane of life.
It is. That was the entire reason we came to this platform. The whole StreamYard aspect was because we didn't want to edit anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I like doing live shows. I like I like doing live shows too. I feel like, as long as everybody behaves themselves, it's like this is what you get. But and then, the chat can interact, and there's some really cool moments that happen, between being live streaming and interacting with the chat. And you just don't quite capture that being recorded.
I agree.
Justin, you were correct about the clock. So here's the original. So you get to see the original box next to the like I said, it was inverse colors. But I just saw Abby's comment and it reminded me. Oh yeah, the clock.
Oh yeah. It's darker.
Yeah, there's more gold
later.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that popped a lot more than I thought it would. So I was like, wait a minute, I think those colors are brighter. Yeah. I like it.
Okay.
Very cool.
Thanks for reminding me, Abby. I totally forgot.
So yeah, he's saying, yeah, they're fun. I like the clock. And we have Lupons up in here. How's it going? Hey,
fellow Texan Lupons. I got to hear Lou's voice for the first time yesterday. It was amazing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that was it yesterday? Yeah, it was
backers until the next poker card.
He's looking at the campaign.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Pops loves those poker cards.
Let's actually get into the campaign here.
Yeah. So let's do this here. Nope, that's not what I want. There's that. And
so the Kickstarter is live.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of already into the thick of it, even though it just got started. I have to say, I saw where this funded within 25 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you. I know that last hour was just like, come on, someone do it. And it's just when you get close to like breaking a stretch goal or like hitting the next backer number, it's always like you sit there and you just refresh and refresh and refresh.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it did go. It was great. So someone finally kicked us into the pool and we got over the funding goal. So
yeah, so for just how does that feel? First of all, I mean, you've done this obviously quite a bit before.
Yeah.
But how does it feel?
How does it feel? So Kickstarters are such a roller coaster. The first 2 days you feel like $1 million because a lot of people show up at the beginning and you just watch it go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then to sit there and watch it get funded in 25 hours. That was the quickest that we funded before.
Yeah.
I think last campaign was the last quickest and we funded and I think on the 4th day. But yeah, I mean, the first Kickstarter we ran, we ran it for 30 days and we funded on day 30 or 28. You know what I mean? Wow. So it was real close to the end and we were pushing, but then that last day is usually very busy. And so we broke stretch goals and we did great our first campaign. And this is no goal to sneeze at. You know what I mean? This is what pays for the art for every single issue. This does not cover printing or merchandise or shipping. Our goal of $45.50 was originally what we ran on campaign 1 for a black and white issue.
Wow.
So obviously it's different now, but I keep the goal the same because I can then track, I can compare us to previous campaigns as long as it's the same. I can see when we get to, how many days it takes us to get to 100%, how many backers compared to last time, blah, blah, blah. Because my brain likes numbers. So so yeah, I mean, the first few days it's super high and then it's going to slow down and it's going to feel terrible.
Yeah.
Because you're like, where did everybody go? And nobody loves us anymore, but that's only because people don't know we exist. So that's one of the challenges of being an indie creator is you have cool stuff that everybody loves, but they just don't know you're there.
Right.
And then, of course, then you have those people that are like, when does it end? The 28th? Okay, I'll be there sometime before that. And you never know when they're going to show up. So,
Well, that's also why
How
we
it
try
is.
to spotlight indie creators on our show, because
Mhm.
everybody always talks about the big companies and everybody
Yep.
knows about them. But, we try to give the little guy a shot. We're always, hey, go
Yeah.
check this person out. Go look at this stuff. And,
Yeah.
everybody deserves a fair shake.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And I really feel that indie is where the new stories are, the passionate people are. We're not the ones with tons of money. We're the ones with the good story that we are compelled to tell.
Right.
And that's what this is. This is a passion project of mine. It has a story that you need to read. It's the craziest thing I don't even know. Like, people ask me, like, how did you even come up with this? And I was like, I have no idea. It came to me. I love horror. I love Westerns. I love apocalypse series. I play Fallout. It's like Book of Eli, Walking Dead, Fallout with Cocaine Bear. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, it's like I'm tired of reboots. I'm tired of, sequel, prequel, regurgitated properties. You know what I mean? That's all we've got. Since the writer's strike, that's all we've got. The good stuff is here.
Mhm.
So if you
I
come
agree.
along, I guarantee you will have a good time in this series. If you like any of the things that I mentioned, you're going to have a blast. You're going to have a
I
blast.
agree with you there. Whenever you get somebody that's passionate about a particular, subject or story or something, and they're a true fan of it, they're really going to put their heart and soul into the creation of the story they're trying to tell and everything. So
Mhm.
it's made by fans for fans,
Right.
instead of a corporation you're just a dollar sign to them.
Right.
Right.
It's the exact opposite when it's something like this. You're obviously passionate about this. You want to tell a good story, so you're going to put your
Yes.
heart and soul into it.
Absolutely. Speaking of souls, I don't know if there's anybody watching that is not familiar with this story, but in Path of the Pill Rider, your body can die, but your soul does not leave your body upon death. So we have undead, but they're not brain craving, flesh eating zombies like we're used to.
Yeah.
It's just you, your neighbor, your mom. But as you're rotting, your brain is rotting as well. So you lose your memories. You can get violent. You can get vegetative, detached, uncaring. You know what I mean? It's like having dementia and fast forward, also with the body horror aspect of
Yeah.
rotting. And it's people, it's animals, insects, fish. Death is broken for everything. So it becomes a very difficult place to survive very quickly. It's like, what do you eat? When the cows, you can slaughter a cow, but you can't butcher it. It's going to fight you. And even if you could put it through that meat grinder, you still going to eat that hamburger while it's still moving.
I saw you post that question.
So that was today's grim question. Yes.
Right. And it's like,
Makes you
yeah.
think.
Challenge accepted. Bring me that new burger.
It wriggles the whole way through, even when it comes back out.
Where I live, right? I mean, I'm in South Louisiana. That's kind of
you're like, we eat everything anyway.
Yeah, it's whatevs.
Yeah, sure. I'll eat this wriggling.
Yeah. So there's that. I mean, like, insects, pesticides don't work. Right. So they're continuing to eat crap. So we have a major food shortage. We have a water problem, contamination, because, dead things usually just go to the bottom, and they get eaten by other things. But if you still have actively swimming dead things in sources of water, it's a problem. And with people, it's like, how long as an undead person do you get to drive a car, own firearms, own property, vote? So the government starts stripping away rights of the undead people, which of course push back. So we have riots, we have unrest, we have government telling us that we have to wear. It's like at that point, it's like the heartbeat becomes the difference between the living and the undead. Because if you can still walk around and talk and drive cars, it's like, how do you know, like, if they're living or not? So they make everybody wear what I call a disc. and it has a video, like a video component to it, where you can activate it, and it will beat with the heart, green, and it has like the EKG line that goes across it, so you can see the actual heartbeat, and then it has a speaker so you can hear it too.
Oh,
And
wow.
then if you put it on an undead person, it turns red, it flatlines, and it alarms, and it won't stop alarming until it's on a heartbeat. So it's a problem, right? So you're forced to wear these things. They can just knock on your door and tap your disc and be like, okay, you're still alive. But again, I mean, in this world where we currently are, when we have government issued anything, what do people normally do?
Hell no, I'm not taking it.
That, or we hack it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's fake IDs, there's fake driver's license, fake, so people are hacking these discs. So it's a crazy place. It's a crazy world. We start 10 years into the apocalypse where Jude is looking for somebody or something that will lead him to the answer of how did this all start and can he put it back to the way it was. So I'll let you peruse, and now you can ask me questions.
Yep.
I'm done with
So, first question is, if I push play on that, are we going to get flagged? Is there copyrighted stuff? Okay. So
only because I have the license, but it was one of those like you download it and you can get the license, but then it just never works right. So ask them.
Okay. So I'll leave that
skip that one.
So
when you guys go to here, you can watch it. It's fabulous. It's only I think it's a minute long, so it's not long. And I animated it myself. It was one of those, like, I got so mad at the quotes for animation that I was getting that I was like, F it, I'm just going to do it myself. So.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, don't play it.
I'm going to scroll down then.
Yeah.
So let's see, where are we at? That's what is Path of the Pale Rider?
That's our main cover.
Right. You kind of gave us a synopsis there. I see the little heart monitor you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look at this image, though, that's our protagonist. That's Jude St. Clair. He's the cowboy we've been following. He's tied up. He's pretty beat, right? His disc that he's wearing in the top side is green, but if you look at his reflection in the blood, it's the undead disc. I know it's a pool of blood, but it is flatlining. So, and his face is like the face of the undead. So,
yeah.
No one is safe in this story. I keep saying, like, we're going to kill him probably 3 times. I don't
know. 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Look, it's Road Pig John. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Speak of the devil, and he shows.
Yeah.
So again, this is kind of what we compare ourselves to: is Fallout, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Walking Dead, and Cocaine Bear. So if you like those things.
I've not seen Cocaine Bear.
It's stupid, funny, ridiculous, over the top. But we have a character in our story that is an undead bear. He's a rage bear. He lives on a highway, and if you wake him up, you die pretty much. He just rips you to shreds. And Jude St. Clair and his horse Prince encounter Big James in issue 1, and you'll have to read to see what happens. But Big James from issue 1 has become a phenomena, and like people love him. You're going to see a ton of Big James merchandise because people keep asking for more. Right. I did a poll in the group, Dustin. Did you see it? Where I was like, tell me if you have merch that you want that you don't see on my campaign. Please tell me, I'll make it. And one was like, I have the idea for like color changing mugs. And then I forget there was something else. And then I put a category as I don't care what it is, as long as it's Big James. And everybody's clicking that one. And I was like, look. So they don't really care. They just want this giant grizzly undead bear to be on the merchandise.
Indeed.
Nice. I'm going to have to show you. There's a bear figure coming out sometime between now and maybe a year from now. He's not like a undead thing, but it's a pretty big bear figure.
I am terrified of bears, to be honest with you. They're apex predators. They swim, they climb, they run fast. They have claws and teeth. There's no escaping them unless you kill it. And then I took that away. I took that as an option. So this thing terrifies me.
Oh.
That is so gruesome. I
Mhm.
love
Yeah.
it.
Wow. That's amazing art. Who did this one?
This one is David Rodriguez. He's the actual original artist of the series. We started this in 2020, but because of the pandemic, I had a team of David Rodriguez and Jose Martinez, who's the colorist, and it just was bad news. Bad news bears, everybody.
Right.
Like, poor David Rodriguez, he was in an apartment, like their ceiling fell in. They had to move to a different apartment. And then there was a shooting, so they had to move to a different apartment. And like he was at home on paternity leave and like got called back early. And there was just so many problems with him. And then my colorist, this was all during the pandemic too. Colorist like had COVID 3 times. And a tree fell on his house. And I was like, I think we're cursed. So we actually put everything on hold. And I took 2021 to think if I really wanted to do this because I was $800 in the hole at that point. And I'm still friends with both of those guys. They're still great. And they're both like, hey, Laurie, you need a cover? And I'm like, not right now. You got me at the wrong time. But they're both excellent artists. David has done this. He actually did the interior of our Choose Your Own Adventure book, and he designed the back of our poker cards. So I still talk to David. He's a great guy. But eventually I met Marco DeFio in January of 2022, and then he picked up the series. We did issues 1 through 4. We released our trade paperback, and then Marco got too busy to continue the series. So then I picked up Gilbert Perez, who is now the interior artist. He did 5, he's doing 6, and he's going to stay forever because he loves it. So,
Well, that's good.
That's a rough path.
Yeah.
There should be a video there. I don't like how you don't have it. What the heck happened to it? So let me see. It's there for me. I don't know what the heck. So right where it says TLDR, too long didn't read.
Yeah.
There should be a video where I put, it's just on my YouTube. It's just a 1-minute elevator pitch of me pitching. If you don't want to read words, you can just listen to me tell you what path is. But I already told you guys what it is anyway. It's the same spiel. There it is, but there it is. So if you guys want to watch that, you can. But it's just me telling you Path of the Pale Rider is a world that death is broke, soul doesn't leave your body. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's gross. Oh.
No.
Yeah. No, I imagine it would be.
It smells bad there.
Yeah.
I know that smell. I know that
Do you?
smell.
Oh,
yes.
good. Just wait till we get to the stretch goals, zombie.
We've lived through the devastation of Hurricane Katrina, so
God.
Yeah, I know that smell. I'm not like, all jokes aside, yes, I do. I've seen some things.
Yeah.
I've seen shit.
I've seen shit. Literal shit and decaying shit and just bad shit. This is interior pages from issue 6. So I typically give you the first 4 pages of what you're going to see in the book. I can't usually go any farther than that because we're going to be in spoiler territory. So, in fact, if you read issue 5, I kind of dropped you on a cliffhanger and I left you something in Spanish. So if you translate it, you'll understand what's going on here. But they are surrounded in the camp of, it's Camp Cadaver. So
I like the flag.
Looks familiar, don't it? It's almost similar, except it has my little symbol of death in the hole up front there. But
Nice.
yeah, that's actually an Easter egg. There was someone that figured that out. They were like, "That's the skull, Laurie," and I was like, "Yeah, that's the skull." He's like, "It's been on all your stuff," and I was like, "Mm-hmm." He's like, "Now I need to go back and reread it. Damn it!" And I was like, I've been putting imagery from the beginning of things that you haven't encountered yet, and which will take on a completely different meaning once it's revealed. So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
That other guy is Dwayne Fink, who is the town drunk from Santa Claus. Small spoiler, that's the guy that Jude was looking for, who claims to know how everything started. So this has to do with what he thinks happened but you don't know if you can trust him. He literally is the town drunk. That's when Jude met him. He fell off a table and got thrown in the drunk tank. So, and then this badass is Miguel Blanco, who people don't know this yet because you haven't read it, but he's like an urban legend. People don't think he exists. And so they're at this camp with this literal urban legend, Miguel Blanco, as they're going to find out that he is not one to trifle with. So, and then this lady that's in front of him is alive. She is wearing the uniform of a collector. That's the police force that collects the undead and escorts them to the undead retirement community, and no one ever sees them again. So there's propaganda in the world about the undead retirement community. White picket fences and happy endings, and you can be safe here and not be a threat to the rest of community while you are in your decay phase. But no one really knows what it is. No one's been there, and you can't get to your loved one once they're in. No one knows. And so this is kind of what he's asking her. How do I get in? How do I get out? And she's just like, there's no way out.
Nice. Is he missing a couple of fingers?
Oh yeah, he's got some stubbies. He's missing 2 fingers. He's missing part of his ear on this side, and then one of his eyes is dead. I mean, he can see out of the other eye, but his one eye is blank. So he's got some stories to tell.
Things aren't looking too good for her.
Oh no, you're not supposed to pull it out though.
Oops.
Well.
So Jude and Dwayne witness this as they're taken into the tent. But of course, she is undead now.
Mm-hmm.
She's not dead. She is now part of their community. So
that kind of creates conflict of interest for her.
A little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, but she was like, I have a family. I want to go back, right? I don't want to die. But he was just like, sorry, bitch. You're part of us now. Takes away your heartbeat. That's it. Like, because they're at this point in the story, the living and the dead are kind of clashing for power. And the undead find out like at this point, there's no negotiation. We're not going to be friends. It's if I take away your heartbeat, you're automatically on my side. And so that's kind of their mentality. And you would issue 5, you see that happening. And Jude barely escaped that last issue. And now here he is again. And he's in Miguel's kind of crosshairs. And he's like, wow, what do we got here? 2 warm bodies. And you're like, fuck. I'm in danger.
Sounds like my boss at work.
Uh-oh. No.
No, that's really cool though.
Yeah. So that's issue 6. I give you some GIFs if you want to look at the art. And again, issues 1 through 4, you'll see a difference because that's Marco DeFio's art. But you'll see kind of like where we started. Yeah, that's Big James. That's the moment. You get to see a little bit, a few pages from each issue. And I give you like a little recap so you can.
Was he wearing his brown pants before that happened?
Right.
He was wearing them after.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that heartbeat's ramped up. Right
yeah. Issue 2, he was in Santa Claus, which is a real place in Arizona, by the way.
Interesting.
Yeah. Santa Claus, Arizona. It's actually a ghost town, which is hilarious. And I keep saying that if someone goes and takes a picture at Santa Claus, Arizona and sends it to me, I will ship you a full set of books.
Nice.
Wow.
Challenge accepted, anybody?
Right.
There you go.
I mean, I guess if you wait long enough, you'd be more profitable. Like, I get 1 book, that's lame. No, you get like 6 at this point. So
Right.
But yeah, saloon brawl, like this one is very much a Western. Saloon brawls and poker games. And in this one, you find out that Jude St. Clair can utilize American Sign Language. So, but usually he's just shit talking people. Like he's calling them douchebag with his hands at the poker table because they don't know what he's doing. So, yeah.
That's funny.
But there's Dwayne falling off the table and my head hurts. So there, yeah. He's getting into bar fights. Yeah. I mean, like it's Western. And then 3, we jump back in time. You get to see the day that Death went missing. Jude is here as a young man. He's a trainee EMT, and then of course they're trying to save a guy at a car accident. He just got wiped with the freaking semi truck, and but it's that iconic moment from a zombie film where it's like you cover him with the sheet and you're not paying attention to the body, and then it like spits up.
Oh,
That's
guys.
this moment. But then he's like, but then he talks, right? So it's like, I'm still here. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the moment where we're different, where it's not like someone trying to eat you. It's just like, what do we do? I'm still here, and they're like, you're dead. And he was like, still here though. This one has a great scene. This is Frederick Needlemeyer, and he's in the emergency. He's in the hospital, and the doctor comes in and he's like, thinks it's a joke. Where they're like, oh, haha, like very funny, like it's too early for practical jokes. And she's putting Jude down, like, you're too new for this. Like, you obviously filled this report out wrong. And then she examines this guy, and he has this huge gash in his stomach, but he has a gown on, so she can't see it. And she's like, you died 2 hours ago. And he was like, uh-huh. She was like, whatever. And he pulls up his gown. He's like, maybe you can help me figure out this. And it's just like a gaping hole. And she's like, there's an answer, and I'm going to go find, and just like bolts. It's so funny. It's a good moment. So Marco drew the perspective of like from the inside of the wound, looking at the top.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was great. I had a chuckle at that.
Guts eye view there.
Guts and glory in that one. 4 is another continuation of the flashback. Or this is 4. And as you can see, his mom is she's green. So slight spoiler, sorry. But this is when Jude is basically pushed out of the frying pan and into the fire. There's more stuff. There's more bad stuff that happens in this issue. And Jude is forced out into the world. So he finds out it's actually way worse than what he thought it was. So.
Yeesh.
I like things get hot and buggy. This is issue 5. As you can see, Gilbert Perez has picked up, so it's a slightly different style. I still love it. He does a great job. He loves this series, so he's again pouring his heart and soul into these pages. Mm-hmm. But Jude, we catch up in time, so you get to see the Jude St. Clair that you met in issue 1. See, with the gear on.
Yeah.
So
I was looking at the mannequin like,
yeah, he's like, hey. He's like, nobody's here except for you, fine sir. He's like, I'm gonna make this look good. So, but he's picking locks, and he has Prince here, and so you get to see Prince. But yeah, this is like we move forward in the story. You get back to see Dwayne, you get back to Santa Claus, and then you kind of get to see the end of Santa Claus. Sorry. It's kind of me, like, the SNL skit where they're like, tough guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah.
And they just walk away from the thing on fire. That's me walking away from issue 5. I was just put it down. Which of course leads us to issue 6, where we are. So I have a couple variant covers. This is William Russell. He loves to draw Big James and zombies, so he had a blast. Mm-hmm. There's actually a hot sauce tie into this. That's the symbol on his shirt is a throwback to my jalapeno serrano hot sauce.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I want the hot sauces, all of them.
And this is Sad Pancake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell us about this little thing here.
Sad Pancake is a funny story. It's Gilbert's fault. So Gilbert was drawing a particular scene where there's a group of living people caught by a gang of the undead. And in the script, it's just people. And he drew in a puppy. Did he not? I mean, and then when he got to the end of the page where there's a character that then takes away the heartbeat from all of these characters. And I was like, make sure that, this character shoots the dog. And he was like, what? And I was like, but the dog's not getting out with the heartbeat. I'm like, she just shot everybody. Like, that dog is going too. And he was just like, I regret. And I was like, you learned something, didn't you? You learned you don't put cute fuzzy animals in my story because I kill them. And he was like, no. So, but the funny part was, so on that page when the puppy was alive, I just cropped out everything else. I put the picture of the puppy in my Facebook group, Path of the Pale Rider. And I said, let's play a game, fans. Name this puppy. And so the fans named the puppy Sad Pancake. That was them. And then, of course, I killed it off and they all got mad at me. So,
No.
whoa, it's Path of the Pale Rider. We're going to kill it. But
they
they had such I mean, like, do you pay attention? But he had such an impression, and they love Sad Pancake because they own, you know what I mean? Like, they participated, they named him.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sad Pancake will make a comeback in issue 6, and he got his very own cover. So.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love that artwork, by the way.
Yeah, that's DJ Hall, who I met at Cowtown Comic-Con in October. He was tabled next to me, and I tried out a new method of selling from my table at Comic-Con where I dress up as an apocalypse cowboy and take on the personality of like one of those traders from Fallout where they go around with the mutated cow and they sell things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. And I was just like heckling people I don't know. I was just heckling people and giving them a hard time from, my costume, and they thought it was hilarious. But I introduced myself to DJ and I was like, hi, I'm Laurie. I'm going to act crazy for the next 2 days. It's not really me. I'm just putting on an act to try and sell books. And he thought it was hilarious. So
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question here. Looking at this cover,
Mm-hmm.
I'm focusing in on the zombie hand thing here,
Mm-hmm.
or the undead hand. I don't know what you refer to them as in your story here.
Yes, they are
But,
undead.
So once that arm is detached, it's like it doesn't move anymore, or does it?
Yep.
Wait,
Yes.
which? Yep, which?
It can move. It can.
Okay.
And yeah. Like we have characters in the story coming up that are just ahead.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we were like, no, once it's cut off, it's done. There's nothing there to make it move, or if we're going like Return of the Living Dead, and no, it's gonna still crawl after you.
It can move. Yeah, it's independent. It may not be smart, but it can give you a thumbs up or a middle finger as it runs. He runs by with his hand. It might be funny. But yeah, it can move. Yeah.
Communicate with sign language.
Yeah, I can try if they know sign language. Sure. So, and what if it's Jude? If it's Jude's hand, then yeah,
that's funny.
It can tell you off in sign language. So, we do blank sketch covers.
Oh,
but there is also an opportunity. I think there's maybe 3 left. Of you get to tell Gilbert which POTPR character you would like on a cover. Excuse me. So
nice.
He does amazing work. He has quite a few sketch covers from issue 5. He has one from, I think it was issue 4. And so he's been doing sketch covers. These, I'm going to bring them out probably next week. He's scanning high resolution versions of these so I can put them up on the campaign. But like this one, there's an undead Jude. He has a Spider Jude writing a Venom Prince, which is so cool. And I think he's working on a Lola, like picking up Sad Pancake by its tail or something like that. So it's going to be opportunities. But you can have one custom. So you would tell him like, I want Big James on it, or I want Jude St. Clair on it. You know what I mean? So
nice.
I think there's one of those. I had 4, and I think someone grabbed one. So yeah.
Very cool. I am struggling here with the control.
I want Big James.
Who wouldn't? I mean,
Big
everybody.
James and,
see what I mean? Like, look at all the you watch this. There's so much Big James designs for this shirts.
Yeah,
people love it.
That's some of your reward tiers here.
Yeah,
sneak peek, I guess.
I make all the shirts and hoodies. I order them, and then I order the HTV and I put them together myself. These are 2-sided, so a lot of the designs are HTV, and then with Path of the Pale Rider logo on the back. The Jude St. Clair bullshit, like that one, that is a swear word, but those ones are polyester shirts and they're sublimated. But I think pretty much everything else is HTV. So, but I can make these in any size. I make hoodies. I am opening up youth and children's sizes as well. Like I made my nephew is 6 months old, and I made him one of those yellow Big James onesies. It's hilarious.
Nice.
I know. So tons of stuff. This one's the newest one because Gilbert did the Vicious Big James, but tons of this one. You have died of dysentery and Big James. It's just we have fun. We have fun with it, Zoo dudes. Yeah. This one is the one I was talking about, polyester. But this one you can get in any of the colors. I can get a polyester shirt. You know what I mean? So I'll open it up to probably 4 different colors if you want that one.
Nice.
Cool. Love it.
Thanks. 2-cover combo. Pretty standard. This one, if you back it, you'll tell me when you do your survey which covers you want. You can choose from the 4 main covers, which is, of course, the Gilbert Perez cover, these 2, and then the blank sketch cover. Those are all the same price. And so the deal is you get 2 covers and you get the PDF all included. So,
Nice.
We have another cover we haven't gotten to yet, too. So we make custom Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Now, when I did this on the first campaign. I did the Jude St. Clair one, and I didn't think anybody was going to get it because these are expensive. Because I'm not getting them from Funko. They're custom pops. I get them from a studio out on the East Coast, and they get the blanks, and then they sculpt these.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So is each one uniquely sculpted, or is it they make molds and then they cast them, or how does that work?
I think they make... No, I think they get the blanks and then they mold them. I think they can mass produce things like Jude's hat. You know what I mean? But they touch every single one. And that's why these are short run. Okay. So I do 2 pop designs every campaign. The new one is always under the category singularity, and we just make 1. So that's for the studio. They work out, you know what I mean? They work on the design. It costs us more money to make the first one. And then after that, they have it figured out. And then the next campaign, we open it up for 5. But I only order what people back. And so if 4 people back it, you get a 1 of 4. If 3 people back it, you get a 1 of 3. It just depends on how many people get it. So typically the last few campaigns I open up for 5, and there's been 4 people that get them so far, but you never know, someone could fall in love with them. I try not to, we're going forward in the campaign. People have asked me to reopen the Big James one. I might do a slightly different design of Big James and do it again, maybe when we get to like the end for like the massive 12, book, 12 issues in the one book. I might do something like that, but
yeah.
They're exclusive. So I try not to like say, oh, we're only going to make 5 and then we make 30. You know what I mean? That's not fair to the people that show up for the 5.
Right.
Undead or dead-ish. I think it says dead-ish. Yeah, Lou, on the green shirt, it says you have died-ish of dysentery and Big James. Because we have a sense of humor. Yeah. So this one at the end, that's Dwayne, Callie, this next one. Francis St. Clair is the one that's open for 5. The new Funko Pop is Jimmy, for those who know. We call him Jimmy the Cricket for reasons. You'll have to find out why.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, undead bugs are a thing.
Nice. That's really cool that you did like this limited thing. So this is kind of like, is this your Kickstarter exclusive, would you say?
Well, yes and no. Like, we've been doing this since the beginning, and it's been this way, but I've been adding other things that are also exclusive. You'll get to them. You'll see. But they're sold out. But they sold out in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
I was going to say, wasn't there a mug?
Tell me. I'm trying not to rush or anything, but if I'm going
No, you're good.
Okay.
No, I don't got anywhere to go. We're good. I make secret rewards. These ones are usually... they're crafty. Sometimes they're warped. Like that. Can you see the top right? You see the skull on the circle. That one, that one was called the Bones of Despair. That was the first time I did these, and I handcrafted a wooden box, and inside of this box is a glass bottle of ashes and bones.
Oh,
And I sealed it with wax, and it has that disc on it, which I wood stained it. It's wood. It's bizarre when you get it, but it's the concept of, if nothing can die, where do you go when you're bones and ashes? It's almost like if you put a seashell to your ear, you can hear the ocean. What do you hear when you put the bones of the dam to your ear? Can you hear them? So I sent people these, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, and I've made working discs, like myself and that gentleman down there. He was the only one that was brave enough to, because they change price depending on what I'm putting together, right? And so he got a working disc. It is wired with LED lights, so you can turn it on and off. It's wearable. It's super cool. I have one that you can wear. It does both green and red. And I 3D printed Big James statues, which I painted myself. Last campaign I did, they're laser engraved wooden keychains, but I laser engraved a bear, and then the constellation of Ursa Major, which is a bear, and I inlaid the constellation with sterling silver wire. And so it's this really nice engraved, and then sterling silver. I think 4 people got those. So they change every time.
Yeah.
This one, I'm 3D printing something. I limited it to 4 because I don't want to have to 3D print for 17 years to make these. So, but again, it's like you never know what it's gonna be. So, you never know what you're signing yourself up for. I had one brave soul back that so far, but
wooden
covers.
Take a look at that. Oh, wooden cover.
Wooden cover is insane.
It's cool. We did them for 5, and so I mean it's legit. It's a comic with a wooden cover.
Just the first page is wood, and then
it's the
comic.
Yeah, it's the cover. It's the cover. So like you get a metal cover for a comic. It's the same idea where I laser engrave the wood, and then I attach it to the comic over the cover. So, but it's the comic, but yeah, I mean it's wood.
Gotcha.
Wow.
I've never actually seen a metal cover that you were talking about. So
the metal covers are nice too.
This was completely new to me. I was like, "What the heck is going on?" Like, what?
Yeah, I've never even heard of anybody doing this.
I break the mold. I want to be different. I don't want to be. I like to have different stuff. And I mean, you guys know in indie, it's so easy for everybody. Everybody's doing superheroes. Everybody's doing comic books. Everybody has stickers. Everybody has bookmarks. What makes you different than everybody else so that people come to the campaign? And so I'm always trying to think outside the box. I'm always trying to make things an experience, something extra. And I mean, like, I really like these. We're a Western. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, no, totally. I can kind of relate to that, like trying to do something that someone else is not doing, because even back in school, I'd be in art class and my teacher would fuss at me because I'm not working on whatever project that she assigned everybody to work on. And I told her I'm going to wait. I'm waiting because I don't want everybody to copy what I'm going to do, because it's going to be such a great idea. And then everybody's is all going to be the same. So I would wait until like the very end when it was due and throw it together.
That's
because
funny.
They would copy, and I'm going, I can't stand that.
And I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing, and especially because indie community is so small. So like, for example, you guys know Corissa Grant? Yeah. So she started doing plushies. She was really the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is doing plushies at this point.
Right.
So she started a trend, and now it's like, she does way more than anybody else. So
I don't think anyone's doing plushies to the same scale as her.
Right. No one can touch her on her plushie.
Right.
She's plushie queen. But when everybody's doing plushies, are they special anymore?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when everyone is super, no one will be.
No one is. No one will be. I have a Big James puzzle. We did a Lola puzzle. She's an undead bandito. We did that last campaign. And then I listened to my backers. I have a great backer. His name is James. So he loves Big James. Big James everything, right? And so he said, hey, if you do a Big James puzzle, I will get it. And I was like, well, okay. So here we are, Big James puzzle. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Gilbert, because
Nice.
he just doesn't do anything half-assed. He really doesn't. Right?
Yeah, that's
Gorgeous.
amazing.
I'm actually posting the time, what do you call it? Timestamp. My brain started to die. The art, he draws digitally, so it's like the time. Please finish my sentence, someone. The time lapse of his art.
Time lapse.
Yeah, that's it. Zombie's like, I quit.
Oh no, sorry, that's me hitting the wrong button again.
Yeah, so I'm releasing the time lapse for that tomorrow. It's a social media feed, so you guys will see him draw that. It's super cool.
Nice,
that's awesome.
We have a choose your own adventure book called, well, we call it choose your own path because, hello,
why not?
But it's a 60-page manga-sized book. It has some illustrations, but it's you put on the hat and boots, you walk around the apocalyptic West, and you run bounties. And I kill you in just about every single way I can think of. It's fun.
Is there an age range for these, or are they all just?
I would say maybe 16. I use harsh language. I use very graphic descriptions of how I kill people. We skin people. You lose appendages. Sometimes you end up as a head. I think I melted someone's face off in one part. So I mean, like, it's pretty gory, but I think it's great fun.
Yeah.
Because then if you die, so what? You go back and you try again. Hey.
Yeah.
You had me at skinning.
There's actually a character in here called the Skinner.
Oh.
And he shows up later in the main story. So what's great about this is if you read some of the other stuff and you participate in the riddles and other things that I do, you will have insight into some of these characters that you'll meet later on. And so like Jude St. Clair meets the Skinner and he's like, who's that guy? But if you've played this, you're like, oh my God, that's the Skinner. Run! Like, don't talk to him, don't talk to him, don't talk, because you have this insight on who this character really is. So it's just fun to me where I play with that. I'm like, you should know who this is before you get to that part of the story. So.
Interesting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it says volume 2 is on the way.
Yes. That one's called Don't Panic. It's great.
And that's the mug that sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw a sneak peek of this on your show that morning.
Yeah.
Gone. But I love this design. And so I made one for myself that was green and it was beautiful. And so I was like, I'm going to make more of these. And I think, my readers would really like this. I do a show that's called the Tuesday Morning Brew. We drink coffee on it. And I was like, I'm going to make one of this. So I made, and I'll make more. So I'll probably have a mug, different color. So they're all going to be unique. The mug style might change. It just depends on I go to a ceramics place. So whatever they have in stock and I like, then I'll put this design and I'll change the color. So
nice.
But I mean, like, it's nice. It's a nice mug. Gone.
I like black and green.
That's the one I made for myself. Yeah. But I might make another green one just because it looks so nice. I'm sure I'm going to make a yellow one, I think, a red one. Like, I'm going to make a bunch of colors.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll make some more. This is another exclusive. I rebind books.
Oh.
And this is what blows my mind. Like, I cannot keep up with you on this. It's just outrageous.
I do a lot of things. I know.
Yeah.
I'm that person. People are like, shut up, Laurie. What don't you do? I'm like, I don't decorate cakes. Okay. Don't ask. I suck at that. I've tried. I can't do it. But yeah, this is just a picture of the one I did for Christopher Brown because he does a series called Slaughterville. I actually rebound 10 books for him, and then he put them up on his. Well, he actually had a Kickstarter tier where you could pick out like your book cloth, and you could pick out, what color you want your logo and your HTV, and then I put the rest of them together. But they're beautiful. I paint the edges. I put interior bookmarks in them. Like I'm working on Jurassic Park, and I ripped the cover off yesterday. So the one that's going to be on this campaign is Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But someone already claimed it. Like that one went gone. Yep.
I see the bear paw.
Yeah. He has werewolves in his. So I was like, it's a paw. It's appropriate. So yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm gonna be working on this one this month. So
swag bags.
Swag bags. I have a bunch of merch because I go to Comic-Cons and like I'll get stuff for campaigns and then I'll have stuff left over. You know what I mean? Like you get stickers, you're gonna get like 100 or 300, and I might send out 80. Hi,
Hey, Woody.
So I have extra stuff. I have buttons and pins and hats and shirts, and I have canvas bags. I have over-the-shoulder bags. I have a bunch of keychains. I have so much stuff where it's like instead of picking out what you want in the add-ons, you can be like, here's $10, just pick it for me.
Nice.
Or a large swag bag. Swag bag, you'll probably get you'll either get a shirt or a hat, so you'll get bigger merch along with some other small things to kind of round it out. So, just depends on what you want.
Interesting.
Plethora of products, Pepe. So stickers. I mean, like I did a GIF of I got iron-ons, you name it. I have dinosaur chicken nuggets. That's a long story. Button packs. Those are cool. Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget.
I saw the Care Bear Big James.
Mm-hmm. That was Lacey Kruger, who did the Nuggie cover. So for a trade paperback, I had a returning backer reward because, when you have issues 1 through 4 already, what's the draw to come back and get the trade paperback? So I have, bonus material on the back of the trade, but I was like, if you're a returning backer, I'm going to throw the Big James Care Bear in there for you. So
nice.
You got something a little extra just for coming back. Cause I appreciate my fans. I try to give them super cool. I want to make all of this stuff and I want you to have it because I'm excited for it. So the hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this because we do hot down here in Louisiana.
Well, I'm probably not as hot as the stuff that you like.
I do hot.
I like to taste. It has kick, but I like to taste my food. So a lot of people are like, "It's not hot," and I'm like, "That's good. You can taste." I'm more about the flavor. So, but I mean, like, I'm putting hot stuff in there. That so the one on the right is the flagship. That's Path of the Pale sauce, and that's Ghost Pepper Barbecue. The middle one is Meet Your Maker Mango Habanero. Self-explanatory. And then that last one, the green sauce, is Heartstop and jalapeno and serrano. They're all really good. The jalapeno serrano is mostly mild. It can have a little heat depending on when I make it, because if I'm getting summer peppers, they're hotter than winter peppers. Habaneros and ghost peppers are hot all the time.
So
which one was it that has the jackfruit in it?
That's the Jack's Revenge. It's sold out.
Bummer.
I told you, I was like, people are gunning for this one. Gone.
So you're making this hot sauce yourself?
Yeah.
Interesting. You really do make everything.
That's
I know. Like I said, I'm that person, but it's not my fault. Okay, so I blame Christopher Brown for this. So the guy that I was doing the Slaughterville rebind for, he does hot sauce. He's an outdoorsman. He has like a whole nother channel besides his like book writing. He like hunts and that kind of stuff, outdoorsman. And that's his barbecue ghost pepper sauce. And he was like, can I do, just for fun, and he wanted this label. He was like, can I put Big James on a label and we'll call it Path of the Pill sauce? And I was like, that's hilarious. You can absolutely do that. I'm like, I want 2 bottles, please, in return. I've never met a serrano pepper that was anything but really, really hot. You know what, though? I don't know. They're not down here, at least. I don't know. So I got 2 bottles of this Path of the Pill sauce, and I was so excited. I took a picture with it and put it on social media, like, look what I got. And people are like, how do I get one? Yeah, right. That's super cool. Where is it on your next campaign? And I was just like, shit, I didn't plan on that, right? And so I went back to Chris and I was like, what do we do? I'm like, do you want to make hot sauce for me? And I can like put it on the campaign. And he was like, you make food. He's like, I've seen you, we've talked about recipes. He's like, I know you make macaroons. He's like, you can make hot sauce. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, here's my recipe. He sent me the link on Amazon. Like, here's where you get the bottles. Here's where you get the labels. Here's you get your shrink wraps. You know what I mean? Like, so he sent me, he's such a nice guy, so gracious. He was like, this is yours now. And I introduced it on our campaign for issue number 3. 6 bottles went out. I brought it back for issue 4 and 12 bottles went out. I added the 2 new flavors for, I think, issue 5. And I sent out 39 bottles of hot sauce.
Oh. How many of the original buyers returned? Every one of them?
Oh, they all come back. Because again, you can't, I use a loophole to put it on my Kickstarter. Because what you're doing is you're pledging a level and you're getting free sample of hot sauce. Because I'm not allowed to ship it over state lines if you're buying it as a purchase from me directly. So loophole. So the only time they can get it is through this campaign, right?
Gotcha.
It's not an individual sale. It's a pledge. The money all comes to me at one time, and it's from Kickstarter. So you won't find it on my website. The only time you can get hot sauce not on my campaign is if you show up at a Comic-Con that I am at, because I sell it at my table.
Wow.
But so this is like everybody that loves the hot sauce, this is your time to get it, because otherwise you got to wait until we do issue 7.
Yeah, or hunt you down at a...
Hunt me down in Texas, come to a Comic-Con, and I have it at my table.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have a sampler pack. Must be different varieties I ain't heard of. These are all homemade, Woody. I make these. And then here's the Jack's Revenge. So,
I think he was talking about the pepper thing.
Oh, the pepper. Oh, the Serranos. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe we get it from different places. I don't know.
Yeah,
depending where you are in the country. But intermediate. Yes. Okay. That's me. I eat things hotter than my friends. My sauces are, to me, they are hot. But if you like hot sauce, they're probably medium. But the flavor is to die for. It's the best sauce. Everybody that gets it loves. Doesn't matter which one they get. They all love them. Yeah. So my recommendation is, if you're into hot sauce and you want to do one of these things, just go straight into the sampler pack. You might as well. You'll love them all. So this one, Zombie, there's a story behind this one.
Okay, I'll buckle in because.
All right. So when we get to the stretch goals, I have this stretch goal that's called the Slice and Dice, and I dress up as Pikachu, and we adopt a fruit or vegetable like a watermelon or a pumpkin, and you all conspire to murder this thing with me. I put out a poll. You get to tell me what this thing's name is. So we vote on a name, and then you guys get to also vote on a weapon of destruction. And so I have murdered a watermelon. They named it King Joffrey Baratheon. We had a pumpkin that was Ichabod Craven. With pineapple, it was like Bridgerton was real big, so it was pineapple was Penelope Pineappleton. Yeah, I love Woody. We can need to be friends. And then we did a jackfruit, and its name was Jack the Ripper. Okay, so we murder this jackfruit, and I made hot sauce from the jackfruit named Jack the Ripper. So this is Jack's Revenge. I only got 8 bottles. I let 2 people beta test it, so there was only 6 bottles available on the Kickstarter. It is so flippin' good. It's incredible. I wasn't gonna make it again because jackfruit is a pain in the ass. It takes like 2 hours to take it apart.
I don't know what a jackfruit is.
It's like it's a spiky football, about the size of a watermelon. It's real fibrous. They make vegan carnitas out of it a lot of times. Like, you can cook the fibrous insides of it with barbecue sauce, and then you can eat that. It's like having vegan carnitas. The fruit itself, I would say, tastes like a combination of pineapple and bubblegum. It's unique. I like to eat the fruit by itself, but when I put it in this, excuse my French, motherfucking hot sauce, it's magic. It's magic. I probably will be making this again but I'll probably only make it around Kickstarter time because it's that hard to do.
Yeah.
So, but
I
these are
want
gone.
it, so
They're gone.
I want it. So next
I
time
mean,
you make it,
yeah,
save one for me.
I'll make it again. It won't be the jackfruit that we murdered, but it will be the same recipe.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why this one was so special too, is because it was the jackfruit that we murdered. But I'll make it again eventually. I'm sure people will pester me enough and I'll put it together. It's that good.
Interest peaked.
One of the beta testers was like, I need a giant bottle of this. And I was like, brother, I don't want to make you a giant bottle. It's a pain in the ass. I'm like, if you want to take it apart for me, then fine, I'll make you jackfruit hot sauce. Stretch goals. We got poker cards.
Yeah, so this is the thing that I'm definitely interested in. Like, I want this deck of cards.
You're already making like the whole card set. You're just revealing them 50 backers at a time.
Correct. So we have the whole deck planned out. Some of the characters we have not met yet, so I can't release those cards yet. You know what I mean? So we're jumping around in the deck, releasing, and so every campaign we unlock cards that go towards this deck. And so the great thing is if you find us now, I have all the previous cards available in the add-ons they're like $1. But if you come back every campaign, you get these for free. You know, so you're already coming for the comic. You get the poker card for free because you're coming anyway. It's my way of rewarding, and it's cool ass stuff, man. Check them out. We got, Jude St. Clair, and we got Big James. We unlocked one so far because it's every 50 backers, and so we unlocked the Ace of Spades. And once you get looking at these, every suit has a different theme. Yeah. And so Hearts is more like the living side, so Jude, and then I moved into the Spades, which is the undead suit. So you're gonna see more of the undead things. Nice. We won't be releasing the clubs probably for a while. Clubs and diamonds, we'll have to see.
Cool.
Spoilers. Yeah. So hearts and spades will be there for a little bit. But.
Like that ace is so insane. Yeah, it looks so good.
I'm excited. And I designed these. I'm usually pulling images from the comics. So you're going to see different art styles because someone might do a variant cover that I really like and I pull from there. I'm pulling from Gilbert's work. I'm pulling from Marco's work. This is David Rodriguez again. I love his work. Yeah. So it's going to be this hodgepodge art deck that is so Path of the Pale Rider. Because again, Path of the Pale Rider is like, it's Fallout where you slap shit together and that's what you're wearing. You know what I mean? It's apocalypse gear. So it just makes sense for us. So it's cool. Here's the back of the deck. Check it out.
Yes. I love it.
Let me zoom out so I can get more of the card in there. Oop. There we go.
So this is the white deck. There is a black deck.
Oh.
Once we finish the white deck and we have all the cards out there, I will also release the black deck. I have this whole plan of how we're going to ship it too. It's super cool how I'm going to present it. Like I have plans. I have so many plans for the future. I can't wait till we get there. Super cool.
Oh,
nice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So again, I'll just flip the cards over.
I want it all.
Usually we get 2 cards. We've been close to getting 3 cards. I would love to get 3 cards a campaign, man. It would go a lot quicker. Like we had 143 backers last campaign. I was like, come on. Pops keeps trying to convince me to do it at every 25 backers. And I was like, these cost money.
Yeah,
I love my backers, but I can't afford that.
Yeah.
And we do dollar stretch goals. So when we hit 5,000, which we'll do in the next couple days, I'll release indie PDF bundles. And so you'll get free PDF comics from other creators. So like everybody wins there. It's like you get free comics. The creators, it gets the word out on their series. So I have like horror bundle. I have a charter bundle. I have a any one world bundle. I got, I think about 20 comics that I can release. So these are going to stack. So this is the horror bundle. when we unlock at 5,500, another bundle will be released. Does that make sense?
Wow. Yeah.
And so, and then when we do the slice and dice, another bundle will release. So
Nice.
And you're not too far from the stretch goal either.
all right. This one's usually quick because like 4,550, we get a little boost, you know what I mean, to get towards that. We had a ton of backers today, but a lot of them were digital. So we went up quite a bit in the backer number, but they were all like $5 back, $5 backings, which I'm not complaining. Every little bit helps. And I love my digital backers. So it just depends, like, do we get more backers and we unlock another poker card, or do we get dollar amount and we unlock PDFs and go from there? We're going to get, we're on day 3, people. We got plenty of time. Big boy James. Again, Gilbert loves his job. You can tell.
Yeah.
I'm struggling here. The Zoom is really giving me shit fits here. I'm trying to get him all on the screen.
I love him. He's so good. I love the hamburger has an eyeball in it.
Yeah.
So
Moo.
yeah. Don't eat it. It's still moving. It's like
Throw a little hot sauce on there.
Yeah, hot sauce will make it better. So I will do 3-inch holographic stickers of Big Boy James when we get to 5,500. Everybody with a physical tier will get one. Super cool. I also have that designed for t-shirts and hoodies. I want to do 3D printed like figurines as well. I'm having someone sculpt it, but it wasn't going to be ready by the time that we fulfilled. So I'm going to push it to issue 7. Lou, I love ya. If you're heading out, have a good night.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're speaking my language. You're talking about 3D printed stuff. So.
Yeah, I'll probably resin print him. Here's a slice and dice at 6,000. It's always a good time. Me in a pumpkin patch with a sledgehammer is everybody's dream come true. My dream come true. So, so if you want to see me smash some of these things, it's on my YouTube channel. Because I do that during the Tuesday morning brew slot. So yeah, I've done a bunch of them. Last campaign when we killed the jackfruit, I also destroyed the stool it was sitting on because you all voted for a 2-handed axe. So I killed it, and the axe. And the stool. The stool is dead. So it's just funny and fun. And again, it's like, I feel bad when we do stretch goals where it's only physical items because those digital backers don't get to participate. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, that's why the indie PDF bundles are great, because everybody gets them. And same thing with this, you can participate in this because it's just a survey that goes out and it's on my Facebook group where you get to vote and be a part of it. And then you can watch the Tuesday morning brew and see me murder this thing. It's just fun.
Well, that's also an incentive to go physical backer. You get all the little perks and freebies and stuff.
If you can, absolutely. I know times are tough. What I love to, a lot of the tiers I have, you get both the physical and the digital. And to me, that's the way to go, because we release the digital first, after the editing is done and we finalize the art. You get the digital, you can find out what the hell happens, right? Oh my God, Laurie, you left me on another cliffhanger. Yeah, find out what happened. And then when you get your physical copy, that's when I usually go through and I look for Easter eggs, and I'm scanning QR codes inside the book, and I'm smelling, it's you engage your senses when you're going through the physical, and that's part of the joy. You can read it slower pace, and so that to me is the way to do it, where you get digital and physical, but everybody do your own thing. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Scratch and sniff stickers.
Oh boy.
I so want these. So you guys got to help me get to 6,500, right? Scratch and sniff. So I found a place. They will custom make scratch and sniff stickers. Yes. Zombie flesh. Zombie flesh. You want to know what it smells like. You are curious, aren't you? I'm not telling. I'm not telling what scent I picked for that, but barbecue sauce and beer, and then zombie flesh. They had like over 150 scents to pick from. So
And I am in no way involved with that scent. It's not me. You're not gonna get to smell me. That's off the table.
I didn't. They had some really smelly stuff on that list, so I think we're good.
Nope.
I think we're good. We're not gonna go bottle that smell from Louisiana roadkill. Temporary tattoos. We did this on a campaign. They were super fun. Hey, Josh, how are you, man? So these last for about a week, and I love it. Like I had skull ones made for the POTPR skull, and they like decayed into pink. And so it was black with this like, and it would just erode into black and pink, and then it was pink with black, and then it was pink, and it was so cool looking.
Yeah.
No problem, dude. We're having a good old time.
Now, was that intentional, or that was just kind of
I guess how they make their temporary tattoos. And so I didn't know, when I put it on, and after a week I was like, this thing looks rad, So I think I have a couple left of the skull ones. I don't think I put them on the campaign because I like them so much. I'm going to keep them for myself. I will put them on when I go to like Comic-Cons. I think it's cool. So we're going to do Big James swipe with the POTPR in there. I think that's a cool design to wear, slap it on, wear it for a week. Show your support. Yeah. He's cool, man.
Cool.
What is that? That's a temporary tattoo, Josh. Stretch goal. That was for 7,000. At 8,000. Now we've never even gotten to 7. So I put this one kind of high up because I wrote a standalone Big James story. So Jude St. Clair is not in this. It's literally Big James bear destruction.
Oh.
It's 8 pages of just fearing for your life and him running through houses and taking people apart. It's actually pretty scary. It's a werebear. It's not. It's an undead bear, but you're close.
Wow.
So I'm going to release that at some point, but if we get to 8,000, I will put 2 pages of this in issue 6.
All right.
Yeah, I'll extend
make it happen, folks.
Pages for a few pages, and I'll make that happen. So
that sounds terrifying.
Bears scare the crap out of me. Yes. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, this is the scariest thing I can think of. Here you go in 8 pages. So eventually this will come out in some way, shape, or form, but you can get a sneak peek if we break 8,000. Maybe. And if not, no big deal. We'll do it again. We'll do it some other time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's gnarly. He's a gnarly bear.
Oh, I dig it.
Thanks. I don't know, longest campaign ever. So stretch goals, not stretch goals, riddles and short films. So I'll go through this pretty quick. So on the back cover of every issue, there's a riddle. And if you solve the riddle, you can actually reach out and touch Path of the Pale Rider like it's real. So this one, if you solve this riddle, you find a secret group. If you scroll down to the next one, you'll see it's in sign language. If you solve this one, something shows up in your mailbox from the character. So you're interacting with the character. They're calling you by their name. The next one is a hidden video on YouTube. And it's the Undead Underground in the video. So it's like the hacker group Anonymous.
Yeah.
The Undead Underground. It's like you accidentally stumble across one of their videos. The next one is, if you can figure this out, it's a phone number. And it works. You can call it.
Oh.
No one. It's a message. So it's not like you're calling me. You're not gonna call me at 4 a.m. and I'm like, what? No, it's a message. And then this one, if you figure it out, I'm not gonna say. This is the new one. I haven't heard anybody solve it yet, which is surprising because it's not that hard. But again, I think things are not hard, and people are like, I can't figure it out. So. I have someone working on the next riddle. I'm very excited for that one for the end of 6. So you're going to have a blast. I make short films. Again, these are fan interactive. So when I do these from time to time, it's like we're exploring issues that maybe we don't have time for in the story. Like a commercial. It's a commercial for Pine Fox Undead Retirement Community. The second one is reporter asking people conspiracy theories, what they think broke death. And the fans just got to say whatever they wanted. Right. And then if you watch that one at the very end, you can see me get run over by a car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fun. The call to action is like someone's having a dinner party and then events start to happen and the undead start to fight back. So yeah, how they do that is quite ingenious. And then A Day in the Life is a nuclear family. The dad, the head of household, dies in the first 2 minutes of the short film. And then they deal with what do you do with a family member that's undead and losing their mind, right?
Oh boy.
Like they're calling the bank because the house was in his name. She wasn't on the mortgage. Like he usually picks up the kids from school. He gets lost picking them up. And so she has to leave work early. You know, she's the only income now because he can't work. So things get tense, things get frustrating, and then things get violent because he starts losing his mind. So but it's just, you know, these are all fans that are a part of this. I'm not a professional. It's fan short films. So take it for what it is. But we have a lot of fun, and like if you want to be in it, a lot of times I'll put out a request like take a picture of yourself as a dead body. At the end of the last one, A Day in the Life, I zombified 40 people using photo filters. So I told them to take a selfie, like a creepy selfie, and then I would like use photo filters and like take their pupils out and stuff like that, and then I zombified them. So there's a zombie parade at the end of that one. It's pretty cool. So
nice.
I know there's a lot of my campaign, guys. I'm sorry. That's me.
So there's the meet the team. I keep hearing something behind me, and it sounds like water, and I don't know why. That's why I keep looking. It's like, what is that? There's nothing liquid behind me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's no good. Hopefully nothing's dripping.
I'm thinking it's no, I don't know. I don't see anything, and it's not raining here. I don't know. I'm sorry. So anyway, this is you.
Me, writer, creator, I letter, resident martial artist and zombie ween queen, reigning zombie ween queen for the, I'm not actually, I won the first year for the zombie book club. They do this annual zombie ween contest, and I won the first year and I lost this year. I was so close. I thought I nailed that contest, and at the very end I lost it to another guy. So I was like, I'm coming back next year. You can't keep me off this show. I'm winning that crown. In fact, oh my god, you would love this. So she made me a crown out of body parts.
Wait.
Hold it down here and turn it this way. Okay.
Oh,
so fingers and eyes. There's ear and a nose. Look at this though. I'm going to turn it around. It's got lips. And it's got a butthole.
Lots of bite marks and stuff.
Yeah, she bit the shit out of it. I was like, "Is this your teeth?" She was like, "Yes." And I was like, "You got nice teeth, man." I was like, "They're nice and straight." And there's pieces of like rock and stone, and like she spent a ton of time. It had, these fingers have fingerprints. It's crazy the amount of detail she put into this thing. So I was super excited to get it. I did an unboxing video for them, and they're good people. You would like them.
It definitely looks cool. There's, all the proper headgear has to have a butthole. So she did right.
I was like, in Path of the Pill Rider, it would be doing this. And she was like, Laurie, I can't even. I was like, sorry.
Fucking hilarious.
That's just where my mind goes. So
give me a little kiss.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I'm like, we could use them as hair ties in the apocalypse. She's like, what whole hair tie? She's like, Laurie, I can't talk to you right now. I'm like, about it. I'm like, that'd be a great hair tie.
Oh boy.
So that's it. That's the campaign, guys. Come for the stories. Leave with some hot sauce. Gilbert.
Okay. I like his shirt.
He's a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. He loves Spider-Man. He's got a funny sense of humor. He's working on some stuff right now that I'm going to release mid-campaign that is super cool. So I'm so thankful he's a part of the team. Like I said, he loves Path of the Pale Rider, and it shows just in the amount of work and the quality of work that he is putting together for us. So I'm glad he's with us. So
For sure.
Nice.
Matt Chambers, he's our colorist. He joined us at issue 3. I brought in a colorist. So issue 1, we actually released in black and white. Issue 2, Marco DeFeo colored that one himself. But then I realized if Marco does everything himself, it's such a long period of time. So I was trying to speed us up. So I was like, okay, issue 3, I'm hiring a colorist. And I actually hired someone else, and they ghosted us in the middle of production.
Jeez.
So I went out looking again. Matt came highly recommended. He's also a Texan. He works for Charter. He does a lot of stuff. So I brought him on. And so he colored issue 3. And then he went back and he colored issue number 1 when we released the trade paperback. So he actually has colored 1. He skipped, Marco did 2, 3, 4, and then he's obviously moved forward 5, and he's going to do 6. So
nice.
We're keeping him. Sorry, Matt, you're stuck with us. Rachel, she is my editor. She keeps us looking professional, and she's been with us since the beginning, since issue 1, and she makes a huge difference in the quality that we produce, where she's like, Jude's missing his wristband. Jude's missing his knee pad. And I'm like, where's Jude's hat? This should go the other way. You need to rearrange your bubbles. And I'm like, damn, Rachel. But she's right. She's 100% right. She loves what she does. She's a reader on top of being, an editor. So when she's reading things, she's looking to make sure that the readers have an easy time and that everything makes sense, that, even my wording, she helps me brainstorm. I'm like, this doesn't fit in the space that I have. I need to reword this. And so she helps me brainstorm how to change dialogue and make it fit. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The rest of this is boring. I do want to say a note to Canadian and international backers. I don't ship international. I will ship to Canada, but I want you to tell me what you're putting in the package. So if you want, like, I have a backer that comes every campaign, and she'll usually get 2 covers and then a different, just whatever merch she wants. I weigh it all, and then I tell her the shipping. And when she agrees to it, I'll make her a unique pledge with her name on it. So she's just getting the things that she wants for the shipping that she agreed to, and it disappears after she gets it. So shipping is so expensive to Canada right now. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. So we might as well just be specific. I don't want to overcharge you for anything, because that's not fair. I also don't want to undercharge because it's so expensive. I can't afford it.
Right.
So, but I will do it. We just have to go through that extra step. So I have 2 Canadian backers at this point that I'm putting together packages for.
Nice. All right. I'm just going to get back up here to the top, and we're going to take a look at your pledge. If I can get it to work right. Here we go. Of course, there's always that $1 thank you pledge.
Yeah, that's Kickstarter puts that there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want. I appreciate. It was crazy. Someone last campaign pledged $100 with no reward, and I was like, "What? At least get the PDF." I mean, like, come on. Like, I think I did. So I was like, "I'm sending you all the PDFs. Enjoy." You know what I mean? You read them or don't. What's up to you? But I was like, $100, man.
Wow.
So
maybe was it intentional? Did you reach out to them, or?
He was like, "You sound really passionate about what you do. Here's $100." And I was like, wow. Okay. Like, I'll send you things. You too can benefit from this. I was like, whatever.
No, really.
Like, maybe he doesn't read comics. I don't know. You never know. So it looks I don't like chick flicks, so you never know. Someone that was like, "You sound really great. You're passionate, but I don't want to read this. So here's $100." Like, whatever. So yeah, in the door is $5. That's the download this. That's just issue 6 PDF. A lot of the international backers get these, or people that are they just don't have room on their shelves because they have 8,000 things on their shelves. Yeah, you know what I mean. So,
Yeah.
but it's pretty easy. And like I said, I love PDF backers because again, I don't gotta ship you nothing, but you still get the story and you're still coming on the path, and I will reward you for that.
Yeah.
This is $10. It's just physical. So you don't get the benefit of getting the story early. That's the only problem with this one, because everybody else that has digital can read the story when it comes out. See what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but again, it's that $10 price point. So really, I make it available because you're strapped for cash, but you really want that physical, I can make it happen. And everybody gets their name on the thank you page. And I don't know if neither one of you have seen my thank you pages, but they're extra because again, it's Laurie. I don't do anything normal. So, early bird sticker. I think this is going on for a few more days. There's 10 left. There's 10 spots left, but it's just, I do these collectible stickers. We're going to have a sticker book eventually. So these, I don't show you what they are. It's an image from the comic that I turn into a beautiful sticker and send you. But again, there's only 25 and it's only for the first week. So you can grab that one if you want. It's the same price as the regular cover after the first week. You know what I mean? So you just get that extra sticker.
Okay.
Which is this one. And someone backed it. I mean, that's fine. If you don't want the sticker, that's cool. But it's basically the cover in the PDF is what that one is. So this one will have more backers after the early bird is gone. Does that make sense? Because that one won't be available, but this one's available all the time.
So that's kind of your standard, like here's your comic
and PDF, name on the thank you page, and then it goes up from here. So like this one, both of the variants and then the sketch cover, they're all 15. Yeah.
Gotcha.
William Russell.
Cover B.
Yep. Cover C. Sad Pancake. There's a lot of people in that one. But I think a lot of the people because William Russell has a big following. And I think there are a ton of them are in the two cover combo. I think there's a few of them there. There's a few of them in some other things. And the other thing is I let people add on just about anything. So if they're doing like the hot sauce tier, they can add on a William Russell cover. See what I mean? And so when you're looking at these numbers, they're not always, that's not what I'm printing. It's just what's in this tier.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Sketch cover. A lot of artists get these and then they draw Big James and send it to me and I love it. They don't send me the physical. They're taking a picture and sending it to me. 2 cover combo. You can pick what 2 covers you want in the survey. You tell me which ones you want. You also get the PDF. So it's a pretty good deal. $20, 2 comics and the PDF. Digital catch-up tier. So just digital 1 through 6. There's 7 people in there, which is cool. I know it can get pricey to do a physical catch-up tier. They're getting up there at this point, but I mean, get caught up in the story. I mean, I have a lot of people too that will do the digital and then they wait until we do the trade paperback and then they get the trade.
Yeah.
Because we do a trade every 4 issues. Here's the Big James puzzle. Comes with issue 6 and the PDF. I make those too.
Okay.
I have a problem. Hot sauce sampler plus issue 6. Those are the 3 flagships.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be my pledge right there.
I actually have a bunch of people I think that have done add-ons for the sampler. That's usually pretty popular, so I'm surprised that there's 0 there, but I know that people are doing samplers. T-shirts are $40. So you get the issue 1 or the issue 6, the PDF, and then a T-shirt of your choice. Those are all in the survey. You get to pick your shirt. A lot of them you get to customize and you can pick whatever size you want. These are also available in add-ons. So if you do the sampler, you can still add on a t-shirt.
Oh man.
I know. Yeah, I got 2 people have add on a hot sauce sampler from now. Mustard tier. So I'm funny. I have ketchup tier. I have mustard tier. I have hot sauce tier. I'm a dork.
I love it.
Mustard tier is a ketchup tier, but you're getting the trade paperback plus 5 and 6. So again, it just depends on how you want to do it. It's actually a little bit cheaper because you're getting the trade is all one book.
Yeah.
But ketchup. I mean ketchup. There you are. That's your physical ketchup tier.
This includes one of our single issues and digital.
So you get all the digitals and all the physical copies individual. Right? But it's the A covers that you're getting. I do have some variants left. So if you're interested in variants, I have variants from 3, 4, and 5. If you want to trade out your main covers for variants, let me know. I'll tell you what I have in stock. I can make that happen.
I'm very much a physical copy person, so I would want all of them.
Yeah, I am too. Like I said, I like the both. I want to binge read on the digital, but then I want the physical. I want to have that physical experience. Wooden covers, 75. I laser print these. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
Laser print, and then I clean them up and stain them, and then I poly, and it's a matte poly, so it's not shiny. I don't like the cracking and yellowing. So, Immortality. Oh, there's 2 people in there. So there's 2 left of those. That's where we draw you into the comic. It'll be 6 or 7. We still have pages left of 6. But depending on the story, like one of the people that backed this, I already told them they're going to be in 7 because I know where I'm going to put them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's just I like to get you in as soon as we can. But if like you have a face when I know I need to put you in a certain place, but you would want that because that usually means you're going to stand out. You know what I mean? You might be in more than one panel, and then I squish you. Here's that secret reward. That one brave backer. He doesn't know what he's getting. It's going to be super cool. That's okay. I want people to get these, but I'm also like, I'm intimidated by what I need to do here. So it's going to take me a bit to do it. I want one for myself, though, so I'm going to end up making it anyway.
Oh, man.
This is cool. It's the custom sketch cover by Gilbert. So I think there's 3 of these left. I think we limited it to 4. So I made 5.
5. So
yeah, there's 5 opportunities where you get to pick the character that he puts on the cover, and it's original art, from him to you. A portion of these funds go directly to Gilbert to pay for his art. So
nice.
Retailers, I put together. I try my best to put together what I think a retailer will want, but we can always negotiate. I used to have individual issues, but I think retailers at this point have an easier time selling trade paperbacks. In my opinion, I base that off of the last retailer I was asking him because he got a retail tier, and I was like, "Do you want individual issues of 1 through 5, or do you want me to switch out your 1 through 4s for trades?" And he was like, "I want the trades." So
nice.
But again, I can cater this to what you want.
Cool.
Yeah. Here's the Francis Pop. There's 2 left of these. So again, this is the one that we premiered last campaign. He has a hole in his head. It's awesome. And then, of course, this one I threw in a t-shirt. So you get the comic, you get the PDF, you get a t-shirt, and you get the pop. Pretty cool. Full page ad. Sometimes we sell these, sometimes we don't, and that's okay. Sometimes we need an extra page for art.
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't need it. So it just depends on who wants to get it. Times are tough again, so who knows. But I always put it there. I have 2 spots available.
Nice.
And then of course the new Funko Pop is gone. The Singularity is the kitchen sink. I usually put a kitchen sink on it. because you get one of everything. You get the secret award, you get the T-shirt, you get the wooden cover. I believe I throw in every single variant cover, and then of course the brand new Funko Pop. So
Nice.
Gone.
Oh, yeah, it says going.
That one, the backer who gets that one is undefeated. She's been getting the Singularity since the first issue. And if she ever gets dethroned, I'm afraid for my life.
Oh, no.
They will show up at my house. So I don't know. They've been successful so far, but who knows? Who knows how much longer that will go for?
So there's your tiers. That's
There's
what you
your
get to
tiers.
choose from.
Yeah, but go
There's
look
a
in the
lot.
add-ons. There's crap stuff in there.
Wait, there's
Roll
what?
for days. Crap ton
Oh.
of stuff in there.
Oh, okay. I just
That's
heard
where
you,
like I have
trailing
trucker
off.
hats, I have baseball caps.
Yeah.
Again, I got all sorts of stuff. There's a ton of stuff in there. Go shopping. See what you have,
Yeah.
see what you want.
Let's see those numbers jump up, people.
Yeah. We'll get there. I mean, again, we're super early in campaign. We funded in 25 hours.
Yeah.
Which was
That's
very
impressive.
quick. That was very quick. That was the quickest we've funded yet. So this campaign's looking great. And again, we have a fun time. If you're interested, give us a try, man. Give us a try. Get the digital. Get something. Get started on your path. You won't regret it. We really have a great story. You won't see the twists coming. And then again, we smash fruit for fun. So.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like that?
It's a good outlet for aggression.
Sometimes a stool gets taken too.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to find a new stool. Actually, I usually have an idea of what I'm going to destroy when I start the campaign. I have no idea what we're going to do this time.
Yeah.
I got to think on it.
Uh-oh.
Someone was like, bash a rotisserie chicken. And I was like, that's gross. Can you imagine? All the raccoons would be in my backyard.
Smash a raccoon. No, don't do that. No. Don't do that.
Like, every time I do the poll, someone always adds like explosives. Like someone was like a handful of M80s. Everybody always tells me to shoot a shotgun at it. I'm like, I know I'm in Texas, but this is not okay. It's my backyard, okay? But I always have like a category for the funniest suggestion, and someone was like, a stoplight, and I was like, that would be hilarious. You just like a giant stoplight, just smash it. And then one of them I actually did. Someone suggested a soup can in a sock, straight up prison, like a prison weapon.
Yeah.
Put a soup can in a sock and you swing it. That was awesome. It was like, it was great. I might do that again.
I know you did. What was it? Sparklers and in the jackfruit.
He had googly eyes.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I was dancing around with the axe.
Okay. No, okay. When you said sparklers, my mind went somewhere else. Okay, no. I got you. You stuck sparklers.
We stuck the sparklers in the jackfruit and lit them on fire.
Okay.
And the jackfruit had googly eyes on him as well. He looked so funny. And then I chopped him to bits. Actually, jackfruits are pretty tough, man. I thought I was just because I swing weapons, for fun. So I was surprised it took quite a few swings to take him apart. So
yeah,
I thought you meant you put the sparklers together and went that route and boom.
It would blow him up though. Put him on the inside and light him. I don't know. I think it would just go out. Man, the pineapple. It was really windy that day, and I doused that thing in gasoline and tried to light it, and it would not light. It just kept blowing it right out. I was so disappointed. I wanted it to be flaming pineapple, and then I had a sledgehammer, and I just wanted to go. Nope. No fire, but the sledgehammer worked. The sledgehammer worked just fine. So
Tried and true.
mm-hmm. People love that sledgehammer. It's won twice now.
Well, have you done a katana or nunchucks or anything like that?
I have a few swords. The first one was a Filipino short sword, and it was about I would say about this long, and it's really light. It's super fast. I love it. It's thin, and it's sharp on not only the front side but on the top part of the back side too, so you can like hit people from behind. It's really cool.
Nice.
So that was the first one. I have more machetes. I got 2 more machetes. I have a plethora of knives. We can get really creative. So, or stabbing my way through some more fruit. Of course, the two-handed axe is a lot of fun. I really like that, and the sledgehammer is great. So, but again, it's up to you guys. I'll put things, and then people can suggest things, and as long as they're not shotgun, if it wins, then I'll do it. So if it's something that I have, like a giant rock, I can find a giant rock, smash things with a giant rock. I'll do it. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Oh boy. Well, I know we've hit the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
So, and totally didn't mean to keep this long, but
I know my
fun.
campaign is forever, so I know, and it's fine. I like talking about Path. It's in my mind every day, and so I like sharing it with people. And if I can find someone that loves it and wants to come along for the ride, then it's worth it. We'll talk about it for hours. Plural.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for joining us so late.
Absolutely.
I know we run kind of a late night show.
I'm in a different time zone anyway, so
she's the same time zone as you, I think.
You are? Yeah, you're in Louisiana, right?
Right.
We're in Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 11:43 right now.
Yeah, he's the one in the future right now. So
you're in the future. I know. My family's in Michigan, and they're like, when New Year's rolls around, they wish us New Year's, and then they stay up and they wish us New Year's again. So
that was a really fast year.
Yeah. But yeah, it's late.
Well, let's see if I can figure out how to do this.
Freaking figures.
So go back the Kickstarter. Yes, it's funded, but there's still loads of cool stuff to unlock. Get those cards unlocked. Those are really cool.
Yeah. Lots of fun stuff.
Go throw some money at them.
Yep. For sure.
I would appreciate that. Campaign is the most important time for creators. It ensures that we get to continue telling our stories. So every bit helps, and whatever we reach outside of our funding goal just goes to make the comic and then the next one. So
yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So again, we're gonna be back on Friday. Which movies are we reviewing?
long legs.
Long legs. And
Abigail.
Yeah.
I saw you were gonna get there. Yeah. So funny story. I goofed last night. I thought I was gonna squeak in Long Legs, and when I looked it up, I somehow watched a completely different movie with Nicolas Cage in it called Pay the Ghost, and I didn't realize it. Well, I'm invested in this one now. I'm just gonna finish it. So
that's funny. Zombie, that's funny.
Yeah, got a different movie. But I think
you're like, this is not what I watched. Like, where's none of this happened.
But I think Pops is gonna review or gonna watch on their watch party. Abigail, I think, is what he wanted to do. On Thursday night, and then we'll be talking about it, having watched them all, but on Friday. So
I heard good things about that one too.
Yeah,
I've got to carve out a time with my kids to watch that one because they said they wanted to watch that one. So we've got to figure it all out.
Which one?
Abigail.
Oh yeah.
Because
Wow.
my daughters are in dance and they do ballet and stuff.
Mhm.
So they're like, it's a what?
The vampire that does ballet?
Oh, ballet, hip hop, something else. I don't know. Yeah, dance and theater and all this other kind of stuff they're into. So that's
Good.
when I'm not working at my job, I'm running them wherever it is that they've got to go. So that's why I'm never home.
We get you. I run my one daughter to choir twice a week. The other one softball on the weekends, and the first one also does archery. So they're all over the place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a show.
Yep.
All right.
Until next time.
I'm getting angry texts. So
Oh yeah.
But until next time, Thunder Nerd Toe.